So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe, keeping well. I hope you've had a great week. We're coming to the end of the week, Friday. Let's talk some boxing. Guys, some of you have let me know that, Dominic Ingle has split with Kell Brook. I actually saw a video yesterday, and I knew yesterday that Dominic Ingle split with Kell Brook. I think he was talking to Seconds Out, I believe. I can't remember who it was. And today he did an interview with IFL TV. Listen, I wish Kell Brook all the best against Terence Crawford. A lot of his fans, some of his fans have given me a lot of stick, thinking that I hate on Brook. I actually want him to do well against Terence Crawford. But you know what? Looking at it from the outside, and I think even his fans have now kind of resigned to the fact that things are starting to fall apart for Kell Brook. His trainer, who I'm not a big fan of, Dominic Ingle. But one thing Dominic Ingle is that he's a great trainer. I think he's a very, very good trainer. He trains his fighters very hard. He has a game plan. He's been at this level. He's been at fights of that kind of magnitude. It's not going to faze him. He won't be like a rabbit in the headlights. He's very experienced, Dominic Ingle, and he's a very good trainer. And he knows Kell Brook since he was a little boy. He knows Kell Brook in and out. And I've said that I think that a trainer like Dominic Ingle needs to be by the side of Kell Brook, because I said yesterday that there's a great possibility. I can't remember. I'd said it in a video. I think I might have said it in a video that I did yesterday. I can't remember when I said it. That Dominic Ingle isn't run by Kell Brook. Dominic Ingle makes his own decisions. If the fight's getting messy, Dominic Ingle will have no problem in throwing in the towel. He's not overawed by Kell Brook. He doesn't look at Kell Brook and feel like, this guy's my boss. If he obviously is his boss because he's paying him. But if it gets to a place where the fight gets ugly and Crawford's putting a beating on him, Dominic Ingle will throw in the towel, right? Like he did against Golovkin, right? Because Dominic Ingle, some trainers will come in, and the guy that comes in for Kell Brook, right? He may be a yes man. He may be a guy that doesn't throw in the towel. He may be a guy that, just listens to Kell Brook. Dominic Ingle is not just going to listen to Kell Brook. Dominic Ingle will do what's right for Kell Brook, because he's been there by his side ever since he was a little boy. He knows Kell Brook in and out. He knows when he sees Kell Brook in stress. He knows when he sees Kell Brook on top. He knows from the body language, because Dominic Ingle's seen him from a little boy. He knows when he's in stress, right? And in a fight of this magnitude, right, you need someone like Dominic Ingle there that knows you. You don't need a guy coming in that you've never worked with. Dominic Ingle said it was to do with the lockdown and it was to do with the travel restrictions and all of that. But I think it's a bit more than that. I doubt it's just that. Why would you not work with a guy that you've been working with? I think it's maybe something to do with Kell Brook. Obviously, Dominic Ingle probably doesn't want to throw Kell Brook under the bus because he knows Kell Brook for so long. And, he doesn't want it to be aired in public, whatever issues there is. We split up with him before, and now he's come back. Then he came back, and now he split up again. And Dominic Ingle was perfect. He was bang on in what he said. He goes, if Kell Brook called me now, I wouldn't do it. Because I'm a trainer that wants to train a fighter for a full camp, not come in halfway when I don't know what he's done during camp. Because he's right, fights are won during camp. They've won training, preparing. If Dominic Ingle comes in now, he doesn't know what shape Kell Brook is. He doesn't know what the game plan is. He doesn't know what Kell Brook's been doing. And Dominic Ingle doesn't want to just do it for the sake of doing it, just for a paycheck. And that's fair play to him. You've got to understand, he obviously knows that Kell Brook's not going to have him in his corner. That's why he's saying the things that he's saying as well. But I do agree with him. I do agree with what he was saying about not being in his corner. For just, if he calls him now 5-6 weeks, because he doesn't know what he's been doing. And I think that's a bad move by Kell Brook. Why you wouldn't want Dominic? And Dominic Ingle also said that why did you need to be in Forteventura, wherever he trains? Why you could have been in Sheffield with all the restrictions that there were. He should have been at home. He didn't need to be there. He could have been training in the Ingle gym. I don't understand it. Why does he have to be out there? I don't quite understand it. I think something's gone on, if I'm honest with you. But I think even with Ingle, didn't have a great chance, right? Without him, I don't think a lot of people, and I think a lot of people, listen, have been giving Kell Brook a lot of crap, saying that Kell Brook is doing this for a payday. He's not got no chance in hell. It is a payday. He's not expected to win the fight. He's a massive underdog. But I just don't know why you wouldn't have Dominic Ingle in your camp. It's just, you know why I think Dominic Ingle is very key in Kell Brook's corner for a fight like this is because Dominic Ingle cares for Kell Brook. He's not somebody that will just be going in there to pick up a check. Of course, he's got a job to do, so he's gonna get paid for that job. But Dominic Ingle has emotion. He's attached to Kell Brook. That's why when you see him, whenever Dominic Ingle gets a question about Khan, how he attacks Khan, because he's attached to Kell Brook, right? So he cares for Kell Brook, right? And when it's a fight like this, where he's a massive underdog, where there is a chance where Crawford could start putting a beating on him, Dominic Ingle is going to do the best thing for Kell Brook, because there's a great chance Crawford could potentially bash up Kell Brook in this fight, right? And the fact that he's not been with Dominic Ingle, right? Because Dominic Ingle trains his fighters diligently. You can just tell. Look at the turnaround we had with Billy Joe Saunders. Look at the turnaround we had with Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders became, his best performance was under Dominic Ingle. Then Kid Galahad, again, another guy that, Dominic Ingle has taken to a world level, and some people thought beat Josh Warrington. So Dominic Ingle's been at this level. He knows what it takes for a fight of this magnitude, right? He's done it before, right? Like I said, look what he's done with Liam Williams. Again, I'm a massive fan of Liam Williams. I think Liam Williams is a brilliant fighter. And I feel like he's transformed these guys. And the thing is with Dominic Ingle in the gym, even though I've never been there, you can just tell he's the kind of guy where he takes no prisoners. It's a no nonsense approach. He's the boss in there. He's calling the shots in there, and the guys that are training under him respect him, and they know that that's what they've got to do if they want to be trained by him. He's a no nonsense type of guy. So you need someone like that in your corner, right? Irrespective of what I think of Dominic Ingle, I think he's a brilliant trainer. And I think Kell Brook needed him in the corner, right, for a fight like this. He needed him in the corner. Look at Terence Crawford, for example. He's got Bomac in the corner. Bomac knows Crawford for a very long time. They have a great connection, right? And you need that. You're going to get some next guy in that's going to be do a part to, like the other guy he got, Fuchs. It was a terrible performance against Zarafa. The thing is listen, Kell Brook's lost fights under Dominic Ingle. It's not like he's probably still would lose to Crawford. Not probably, most 95%, 97, 98, 99% I feel he would lose the fight. But the fact is that Dominic Ingle would get him prepared the best he can be. We would get the best version possible of Kell Brook at that particular point in his career, right? Whether that even him the best prepared Kell Brook at that point of his career is probably not good enough to beat Terence Crawford. But now you'd have to say he's got even a lesser chance to beat Terence Crawford. The fact that the guy that has been training him his whole career is not going to be there. And it's all right him not being there against Zarafa, but that's Zarafa. We're now going up against the best fighter in the world, potentially the best pound for pound fighter in the world. You're not going to get away with it in this fight. You're just not. A fight of this magnitude, Kell Brook doesn't strike me as a fighter that can do things himself. He needs guidance. And Dominic Ingle's that guidance. If you look at the way Dominic Ingle gives him instructions in the corner, Kell Brook, even guys like Amir Khan, these guys can't do it on their own. They need guidance. That's why Virgil Hunter and Freddie Roach, these guys were great trainers for Amir Khan because he needed guidance. Same with Kell Brook. He's not Mayweather. He needs guidance. And Dominic Ingle was to Kell Brook like a father figure in that corner. And Kell Brook respected him. He listened to him. So this is why I think that he needed someone there, because he has a great connection. Now, I don't know what's happened over last 1.5 years. Dominic Ingle says everything's cool with them, but why is he split twice with Dominic Ingle? I don't quite understand. When majority of his whole career has been spent under Dominic Ingle, and then he decided to go, with another trainer for Zarafa. And now, in another massive fight for his career, he's again split with Dominic. I don't get it. I don't understand it, if I'm honest with you. And I just don't think it's gonna bode well for him, if I'm honest. He needed someone like Dominic Ingle, someone with his experience in that corner, because Dominic Ingle knows what he's doing. And even if the fight gets messy, Dominic Ingle knows what he needs to do. And he's not going to be overawed by anybody or influenced by Kell Brook whereas the trainer might be a yes man in the corner. He might be influenced by Kell Brook. He might be in awe of Kell. You just don't know. He might not throw in the towel because he may be afraid of what Kell Brook might say. These are all things that someone like Dominic Ingle isn't going to be fazed by. But this new guy that comes in, you don't know what kind of how mentally tough he is. I know how mentally strong Dominic Ingle is, or how tough he is, because he don't care. He doesn't. You can just tell from the way he is. He doesn't take no prisoners. He's got a no nonsense approach, and he's not scared to do the right thing. He's not going to be overawed by Kell Brook. He knows him since he was a little kid, and he has an attachment to him. He's not doing it just for a payday. He's doing it because he cares for Kell Brook. And of course, he's going to get paid for doing the job, but he also cares for Kell Brook, which I'm not sure the other trainer that comes in that's going to be doing that job, I'm not sure that's going to be the case. I don't know. I just don't think that's a good move at all, if I'm honest with you. I think Dominic Ingle is a very important part in Kell Brook's team. And I don't know. And I just think Dominic Ingle prepares you from a fitness point of view, and he'll get you in the best shape, and he'll have a game plan. Whether that game plan works is another thing, but Dominic Ingle would get Kell Brook prepared in the best shape possible, and he'd have a game plan, right, for Terence Crawford, which I'm not sure now. People saying, is Kell Brook doing this for a payday? Does that decision of not being with Dominic Ingle, it looks like that even more, if I'm honest, because you've just ditched. Look at when Amir Khan fought Crawford. He had Virgil Hunter. He got Virgil Hunter back in the trainer. It didn't make any difference, but at least he gave himself a chance with a trainer that he'd been working with, for a very long time. He'd been working with Hunter. Now, Kell Brook's going to have someone that I don't know who is he going to have. He's going to have a new trainer. Dominic Ingle said he didn't even know he's going to have in his corner. It probably isn't going to be anyone experienced. So I just don't think it's in a fight where Kell Brook's, it's going to be the biggest fight of Kell Brook's career potentially. He's going to have probably an unknown guy. I don't know. I just don't know. I think splitting with Dominic Ingle, it wasn't a great move. Not a great move at all, but it is what it is. He's made that decision. Dominic Ingle isn't going to go into Kell Brook's corner. He's already said even if Kell Brook reaches out to him, there's no way he's going to go in that corner. So Kell Brook's going to have somebody else in the corner. And I wish him well. I wish Kell Brook well. I hope he beats Crawford. I can't see it, but I hope he beats Crawford. I genuinely hope that. I genuinely will be rooting for Kell Brook. I genuinely, and I'll do a live stream, and I will be rooting. I know you guys will think, oh, he's a Khan fan. No, I genuinely will be rooting for Kell Brook in that fight. I hope he pulls it off. I don't see it though. I don't see it, but I hope he pulls it off. But I just think that move for not having Ingle in the camp. Just put it this way: I would have given Kell Brook a lot more of a chance, a better chance, I should say, with Dominic Ingle in the corner. With now that he's not got Dominic Ingle in his corner, I think his chances have decreased even further. They were small anyway, but now they've become even smaller. I don't see him. I just don't see him winning that fight, if I'm honest with you. But like I said, I wish him well. I hope he goes out and does the job. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that Sky Sports, Kell Brook's apparently angered that Sky Sports are not taking the fight. Dominic Ingle also mentioned that Kell Brook's going to be on his own. Eddie Hearn's not taking this fight. Ingle's not going to be there. So Kell Brook's doing everything on his own. I don't even know if that fight's going to be shown in the UK. So this is what I meant when I meant that everything's falling apart for Kell Brook in a massive fight of his career, where Sky Sports aren't going to take the fight. Dominic Ingle's left him, and he's fighting Terence Crawford. I just think everything around him is kind of falling apart, and that's what I meant by that. Not having Dominic Ingle in the corner, I'm baffled by that. I think he needed him in the corner. But like I said, we wish him well. Hope he goes out there and takes Crawford out and becomes a welterweight champion again. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you guys make of this split with Dominic Ingle? How do you think? Do you think it's going to have a positive effect? I don't see how it can have a positive effect. Or do you think it's just an all negative? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, make sure to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.